Hey guys, welcome to the Desert Drive Editors Podcast, if you could call it that. This is only going to be a few minutes. I wanted to talk to you guys today just for a minute about what seems to be going on in the Porsche value world, the Porsche marketplace. It's crazy out there. Do you guys keep up on Bring a Trailer and P-Car Market and all the auction sites? Have you heard of that? I know a lot of you have, but maybe some of you haven't. For those of you who don't know what Bring a Trailer is a website. It's an auction site for cars, but not just any cars. It's not like eBay, where anybody can just throw a car up on eBay and put it for sale and people can bid on it. And you know how at the very end of the auction, everyone tries to snipe each other and get the best deal that they can right the last second. Bring a Trailer is a lot different. Bring a Trailer is something that has kind of changed the game. And if you haven't seen Bring a Trailer, you really don't know what's going on in the Porsche market. I'm always surprised to go to dealerships and talk to sales managers and salespeople that don't know what Bring a Trailer is. And I'm always shocked by managers and people at these dealerships it's not like these people are new. Bring a Trailer has really changed the game. And if you're in the car business, you're really behind if you don't know what Bring a Trailer is. So that said, it's not a big deal if you haven't heard of Bring a Trailer, because a lot of professionals haven't seemed to figure it out yet either. But here's why Bring a Trailer is such a big deal. Bring a Trailer started out as a website. It was a blog where users could submit cars that they weren't selling. It was just a website where people shared ads from all over the country, sometimes the world, when people found obscure cars. They would find an old Volkswagen Thing or an old Fiat or something like that for sale on Craigslist, and they would share it with the Bring a Trailer community, and people would discuss these strange, unusual, and obscure cars. And again, the site probably started maybe 15 years ago, at least 10. But at some point, they decided to add an auction. And the auction aspect of Bring a Trailer is what really took the website from just this kind of silly, obscure website that people really, car nerds like me, would spend time just kind of perusing. It took it from this weird, obscure place on the internet to something truly groundbreaking. And it didn't take off at first. The auctions, they placed auctions on their site, and the auctions slowly grew. They got more and more auctions, and it became more and more popular. And people started to catch on the difference between Bring a Trailer and eBay. The difference between Bring a Trailer and eBay is the community. And what that means is that, let's say there's an ad for a car. Let's say it's a 1986 911 Targa. As the seller, you can't just go on the website and list your car like you could on, say, eBay or Craigslist or whatever. What you have to do is submit your car to the editors of Bring a Trailer, and they determine whether or not the car is good enough for their auction site. So right out of the gate, they're selective. It's kind of exclusive. Now, that doesn't mean all the cars on there are super expensive, super exclusive cars. It just means that someone's curating what is being sold and what isn't. You can't go on to Bring a Trailer with a 2018 Honda Fit. Nobody's interested, right? It's only enthusiast cars. It's not just Porsches, but boy, if a lot of Porsches aren't on there. Bring a Trailer started out as this auction site that was kind of the place to find a deal on the car, the obscure car that you wanted. And now, since COVID happened and so many people were stuck at home searching the internet and hanging out, Bring a Trailer just took off. Now the auction site has become the place where you find the car that you can't find anywhere else. And if you do find it there, you're going to pay top dollar. And consequently, as a seller, you're going to get top dollar for your car. But remember, they are selective. Not just anyone can throw a car on Bring a Trailer. So here it is. I'm talking about the community, and I've skipped the most important aspect of the community part of Bring a Trailer, and that is once your car is accepted and Bring a Trailer, they hire a writer to go ahead and write the ad for you. You have to submit hundreds of photos. You can't just put 3 or 4 or 5 photos that you snapped with your cell phone. It's best and most effective, Bring a Trailer, if you hire a photographer and a videographer that knows what they're doing. I actually have been hired quite a few times to shoot cars for both video and photos, and time and again, ads on Bring a Trailer with quality photos and video bring more money. So it pays to hire someone to help your ad. But that said, Bring a Trailer creates this beautiful ad. They hire a writer that will talk about the history of the car and will tell the potential buyers all about the specifics of the car. And then here's what's interesting. Below the ad is a comment section. Kind of like a video on YouTube, how there's comments below, or any other social media platform like Facebook. You get you get these huge threads, these comment threads where people can talk about your car for sale, and they can debate about it, and they can ask you questions about really obscure specific stuff. And what's cool about that is that it's hard for someone to pull a fast one on Bring a Trailer. It's not like eBay where any Yahoo can post an ad and they can lie about whatever the heck they want, or they can try to say that, oh, the car hasn't been painted, or, oh, yeah, it's up to date on service. Well, there are a gajillion experts on Bring a Trailer that will call out a seller if there's something fishy going on with their ad. And on top of that, the final thing that's really interesting about Bring a Trailer is at the end of the auction, when the auction is scheduled to close, let's say it's scheduled to close at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday. In the last 2 minutes, if anyone bids, an additional 2 minutes is added to the auction. So that means there's no sitting around waiting to bid in the last 2 seconds. Doesn't matter. The last bid, under 2 minutes, adds another 2 minutes. So you wind up getting these incredible bidding wars sometimes. I've seen auctions go an additional half hour from when the auction was supposed to close. It's actually terribly entertaining and it can be exciting even if you're not involved in the auction, even if it's not your car, even if you're not trying to buy it. It's a lot of fun, and I think that's also why Bring a Trailer has become so popular. A lot of copycats have sprung up. Cars and Bids from Doug DeMuro, P-Car Market, a bunch of used car guys out of the East Coast they're a little slimy, but still the same idea. Shiftgate, Marked, even Radwood made an attempt at it. They made a site called Rad for Sale that didn't quite make it. But the point is, things have changed out there, and the values have been affected by this. And you can see in real time what the values of the most interesting and obscure cars are out there while it's happening. And you can look up the database on Bring a Trailer. You can throw in you can type any car you want, and you'll see what you can get comps on all the cars that have sold in the last however many years Bring a Trailer has been around. So it's an incredibly great resource and tool for understanding what your Porsche might be worth these days, because everyone's talking about how the values of Porsches have gone up and down and all over the place. And I think that was kind of where I wanted to really ask you guys what you think. What do you think about the values of Porsches right now? Sure seems like they're high. Are they really high? Is it really just inflation? It's a combination of both. Why are people paying so much for old 911s and new ones for that matter? And what's going to happen? Have we seen the top? I've been watching. It seems like it's cooling off a little bit right now. But you got to wonder, with inflation, will prices really go down, or will people just not buy stuff as much? I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below. Check out Bring a Trailer if you haven't checked it out already. For the record, I have no affiliation with Bring a Trailer. They didn't pay me for this. Or any of the other auction sites for that matter. I do, along with Michael Deeb, have a YouTube channel called Bid Nerds, where we talk about the values of cars on Bring a Trailer and other auction sites fairly regularly. So check that out if you can. Subscribe and like. In the meantime, if you're looking for a Porsche, check out Bring a Trailer or one of the other auction sites. If you can't find the car you want at our friends at God and Porsche of Las Vegas, which we highly recommend. Solid guys over there and gals. They always have a great selection of classics and new cars, so check out God and Porsche of Las Vegas. Of course you would. Why wouldn't you? You live here in Las Vegas. But otherwise, if you can't find what you wanted at Godden, go check out the auction sites. You might be surprised. And also, if you're trying to sell your car, maybe try one of the auction sites. Keep in mind that it's not a fast process. If you want to sell your car on Bring a Trailer, from the time you submit your car to the time it actually goes live, usually takes anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. It's not a fast process. So if you're in a hurry, it's not your solution. But otherwise, Bring a Trailer is pretty great. Check out the auction sites. Tell me what you think of the value of Porsches. And I'll see you guys on the road. Maybe on a desert drive, because that's the name of the newsletter now. I like the name. Good job, guys. See you next month.